Hello and happy World Book Day. I'm the Waterstones Children's Laureate, Joseph Coelho, and I write poems and stories for children. Today we're going to go on an adventure, and we're going to start at Hoyton Library in Knowsley, where some friends of mine are going to sing a song about a very adventurous spider.
Are we ready?
Okay, ready?
Incy, Wincy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. So Incy, Wincy spider climbed up the spout again. Oh, lovely!
Incy Wincy Spider went on an adventure up that water spout, and today we're going to go on an adventure. We don't need hiking boots or a map because, like Incy Wincy, we're going on an everyday adventure. We're going to explore new places and discover new things in our everyday world around us. For example, I bet that if you listen really hard, you'll hear something new that you hadn't noticed before. It might be the birds tweeting, or some builders building, or can you hear trees swooshing in the wind? Let's all take a listen. Shh, listen. Now what did you hear? Shout it out now, go on. Traffic and the grass swishing. Lots of lovely things. Wow, you were really listening hard. It's amazing all the different things you can hear just from where you are. I wrote a poem about the sounds I could hear one day, and it's called To the Countryside, and it's illustrated by Daniel Gray Barnett. And it goes like this. The beeping of the traffic, beep, 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 roars in our ears. The belching of the factories, clunk, 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 shudders in our ears. The huffing of the people, huff, 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 mumbles in our ears as we leave the roaring, shuddering, mumbling city behind us. The whiz of the motorway cars, meow, 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 hums in our ears. The whoosh of crops in the field, swish, 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 plays in our ears. The pebble roll of the sea on the shore hushes in our ears as we play the hum of hushes, of noise no more, noise no more, noise no more in the countryside. To help us go on another everyday adventure, we're going to hear from an expert adventurer, writer and illustrator, Sophy Henn. Sophy created one of the brilliant World Book Day books, Lifesize Creepy Crawlies. Books can help us discover new things, and this book takes us down into the grass and the mud to spot the creepy crawlies that we can find in parks and gardens. Let's have a look, shall we?
Every single creature in this book is life-size. And the one that I'm going to talk about is the South American grasshopper. There we have, in its native Brazil, that's a life-size South American grasshopper. And I've cut one out so you can see it nice and clearly. Now, this is one of my favourite grasshoppers. I mean, I love all grasshoppers, but the South American grasshopper is an expert jumper. It can jump really, really far. In fact, it can jump 20 times its own length. Measure out how far a South American grasshopper can jump. Here's a clue, it's 2.5 meters, which is about just over 8 life-size books end to end. So measure that out and see if you can jump as far as a South American grasshopper, but you have to start from a standing start, so feet together and one big jump. Are you ready? Steady. Now hop to it. So, could you jump as far as a South American grasshopper? I was super excited to be able to put a whole page of incredible creepy crawlies that can be found right here in the UK in this book. And the one I'm going to talk about for this challenge is actually the honeybee. There it is there, or I've cut one out so you can see just how tiny it is. You've all probably seen or heard honeybees buzzing around. They're very busy indeed, making lots of lovely honey for us. Did you know it takes 12 worker honeybees their whole lifetimes to make just 1 teaspoon of honey for us? But they are also expert flyers and super speedy as well. They can flap their wings very fast indeed. Could you flap your arms as fast as a honeybee can flap its wings? Now, I'm going to ask you to flap your arms for 10 seconds, but before you do that, stand up, make sure you've got lots of space around you. And if you're worried that you might not be able to count at the same time as flap, it can get quite confusing, then maybe partner up with somebody and they can count while you flap and then you can count while they flap. So, ready, steady, flap! Wow, that was super speedy flapping. So, how many times did you flap your arms in that 10 seconds? Honestly? Well, that was pretty impressive. But are you as fast as a honeybee? Because in that time, a honeybee would have flapped its wings 2,300 times. Because a honeybee can flap its wings 230 times every single second, which I think you have to agree is very fast indeed.
Now it's time to make our own creepy crawly friend to have an everyday adventure with.
What about crayons? Crayons are good, aren't they? 'Cause you can cover a big area.
And there's Spider-Man, look, with his 8 eyes, his little palps and his 8 legs. Well done, you made a brilliant spider. That's your spider now, it's your pet spider, there we go.
With all these creepy crawlies about, perhaps we should go on an adventure to see what we can find in the parks and gardens near us. Let's put on our coats and boots and head outside to see what we can find. Hunting eyes ready, everyone? Let's go.
Some bugs have been hidden around this library. So if you find a bug, shout out and we'll come and see what bug you found. Oh, look, here we go. Should I take that off there? We've got, look, it's a life-size leaf insect. Now, what does it look like? Well spotted. What does it look like? What does that look like? It looks like a leaf, doesn't it? It looks like a leaf because that's how it hides away.
Well, we've certainly been on our own everyday adventure today. We've listened hard to hear the amazing world around us, and we've looked into the fascinating world of creepy crawlies. Sophie's book has shown us that every time we want an adventure, all we need to do is choose a book. You can find loads of books at your local library, and you can get Sophie's book for free with your World Book Day token. And with that, I'd better go and find my next adventure.